Hey guys, Jeff Keighley. Welcome to Summer Game Fest. We've got a great show kicking off this week for you.
He's very excited about this, isn't he?
Excited to be doing yet another week of video game announcements. And one of the things... What is that sound outside?
I've got an extra
Bloody hell.
special package for Geff.
For Geff. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Geff. Keg legs. I'm just messing with you. Jeff Keighley, come on out.
This intro's a bit cringe, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm in the middle of a live stream right now. This guy always crashing my important shows. I'm gonna see what this is, but let me tell you, it better be worth it.
Alright, I've actually got my playing up, but this is so cringe right now. I love how he's actually wearing a mask as well.
Crash, I really don't want the dirt that you have on Cortex.
No. This is the Crash 4 trailer.
For real?
For reals.
For real,
Well, it's
oh
about
dear
time.
lord.
Exactly.
Crash Bandicoot, you banished me to the past. But all it did was give me more time to plan your doom.
Cortex is always a good meme. They always have good music choice. This year has been like the year for good music choice in games. Oh, that's cool. Ah yes, other villains returning as well. The trailer actually goes so well with the song. It actually looks really good. I actually do want to play this on stream. October 2nd, 2020.
How many times have you beaten this clown anyway? 3. Really? Only 3? Funny. Seemed like more.
Buy digitally and get the totally tubular skins.
That's right,
Wow,
there's the
okay.
big news.
So there's
Crash
digital
4,
skins.
a
So it's not
brand
even
new Crash
like
game.
pre-order
It is
bonus. It's
coming
if you
this
buy
October.
digitally,
And right now,
you get skins.
I am joined by Paul from Toys for Bob to tell us.
It's a bit of a
about
weird way of doing
the
things.
brand
Like
new
usually
Crash
everyone's used to the
game.
pre-order
Paul,
bonuses, you know.
We have been waiting for so long for something new from Crash. Of course, Activision has done some amazing remasters of the Crash trilogy and CTR, but this is a brand new Crash game built from the ground up.
That's right. It's hard to believe, but it's been over 10 years since we've seen an original new entry into the series. So I'm delighted.
That's actually kind of crazy. Over 10
finally
years
unveil
now.
this secret that we've been sitting on for a while. It's the brand new Crash 4. It's about time, and it's a play on the fact that we've been waiting for so long, but also it's a game that's literally about time.
Yeah, I want to get into.
I
it
like the
because
look of the different like worlds and dimensions
so much
in the
information on
trailer there.
playable Neo
I thought that was pretty
Cortex,
cool.
Coco, Crash, but I'm curious, like what you guys had worked on, the remasters of Crash, but now to start with a new game, there's I'm sure so much trepidation about like what's going to be a worthy follow on, calling it Crash 4. How did you guys approach this? Like, what kind of game did you want to build?
Yeah,
I love how he's got the mask in the background as well.
We asked ourselves, where did we want to start? And though technically this is the 8th game in this series, all of the fan reception that was coming out of
So it kind of gives me the same vibes as Ratchet and Clank.
Original trilogy and start from that.
You know, the
We're
rifts and
deliberately
stuff, the
calling
new
this
one that's coming
Crash
out?
4 because we want to key it off of the original trilogy that was developed by Naughty Dog. And that was certainly a high point in the series, both critically and commercially. And so that's where the events are going to key off of. We're starting right at the end of that when Dr. Neocortex, Entropy, and Uka Uka have been banished to this distant planet, and they finally found a way, after many.
Yeah, this is what I mean by the cool dimensions and stuff. I like the look of the different worlds.
Way to break out, and in doing so, they've torn this
Oh,
gigantic
that poor
hole
dinosaur.
in the universe and exposed the fact that there's a multiverse. So it's going to be up to the Bandicoots, Crash and Coco, to restore that order by reuniting the 4 great quantum masks.
Okay.
The gameplay style, I think, you know, a lot of people.
That's kind of cool. I like the
probably
fact that there's
wondering,
quantum masks and
hey,
stuff like that now.
Crash in 2020, how much of it is, you know, the more linear, you know, classic Crash levels, and of course now, like, people wonder, like, is it an open world Crash game? How are you doing it? Like, tell us about balancing kind of the old style of gameplay, which is certainly not broken. We love it, versus the tendency to do, you know, new styles of gameplay. Based on the trailer, it looks like you're being kind of still faithful to the original style of Crash versus making it some big, you know, 3D open world. But
This is definitely going to be a lot of fun to
how
play.
did you
Even like
approach the
these
actual
levels look
style of
good, man.
gameplay?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I think what we've heard was that people have found that style of gameplay to be really refreshing.
Oh, I know I'm going to stuff up so many times on levels like this.
To key off of that. And when we observe some of the other games and platformers and how they've evolved over time, you're totally right. They've gone to a place where they're a little bit more open in nature. And as a consequence, the
Gravity
challenges and
suit's
things that you
brilliant.
interact with are a little bit more sparse and spread out. It encourages exploration, and maybe there's a little bit more focus on collection and combat. But when we think about classic Crash gameplay, it's dense and it's focused, and it's really the streams of hazards and the challenges, the platforming challenges, they come, and there's almost a rhythmic quality to it and how reliable it is. And I know that for me, when I learn a level and I understand the nuance of the timing and the placement of all the different hazards, you can enter into a sort of flow state when you understand that kind of musicality.
Multiple playable characters.
I kind of wish the music
how are
that
you
came
doing
with
that? Is
that,
it
well,
kind
that
of
played
like
in the
by
trailer was playing
level,
right
or
now.
like we saw,
I really enjoyed the
Coco and
music on
Neo
that.
playable in there. How does that work sort of in the scheme of the gameplay?
So Crash and Coco, you're going to be able to choose between them at any point in time, and they share the same moveset. Over the course of the adventure, you're going to encounter some new friends, some familiar faces, and you're right. There's going to be some new playable characters. We're teasing today Dr. Neo Cortex. He's got a completely different moveset from Crash and Coco. So where the Bandicoots kind of barrel through,
but you can actually play as the villains then.
And slide and belly slam. Dr. Neo Cortex is he's a little bit more of a cerebral character. He's a mad scientist. He's got inventions, and he relies on his intellect. So he's got a Reaygun that he carries around with
for
him.
some reason my brain
And that
didn't
Reaygun has the
register
ability
that
to
you could actually play as
transmogrify hazards
Cortex
and
there.
enemies into platforms, and he can choose between changing them into a static solid platform or a bouncy platform that gives him access to higher elevations. So his gameplay and the levels that are built specifically for his moveset is going to be a completely different flavor. It's going to be a little bit more strategic, a little bit more cerebral. Yeah. And I think players are going to have to be a little bit more thoughtful about when to encounter a hazard, whether or not to change it into a platform, and what type of platform they're going to need at that point in the obstacle.
Wow, it seems ambitious that you're adding more elements to it, and then also you mentioned the masks. How do those work?
So the quantum masks, there's 4 of them in this game, and over the course of the adventure, they're scattered across the universe. You're going to have to rescue them from the clutches of certain bosses, both familiar and new. The quantum mask, 2 of them that we're talking about today, is the time mask and the gravity mask. And masks.
Yeah, the gravity mask is the one where it's you see them running on the ceilings and on the floor.
And their own
it's that green suit.
So the time mask, her name is Kapunawa. And when Crash uses Kapunawa, he's got the ability to slow down time to a crawl. So for
that's when the ice was falling, and then they had to jump across the platforms.
Way too fast to interface with at normal speeds. He's going to be able to slow things down and then get past those obstacles. And in addition to that, he'll be able to get past nitro crates, which have traditionally been a one-hit, one-kill type of thing. But with the power of time, he's going to be able to slow things down, trigger that explosive, and then get out just barely before that explosion obliterates everything in its path.
Oh, damn.
The second mask is the gravity mask, and his name is Ika Ika. So when Crash dons on Ika Ika, he's going to be able to flip the direction of gravity and walk on the top of...
No. Stream. Come back, stream. There we go.
Walk upside down underneath platforms to get past impossible obstacles.
I'm really excited to play this, and again, I was playing Crash back when the original PlayStation first came out, and you know Activision's done a great job with the remasters, but to have a totally new game, I think, is what everyone was hoping for, and you're bringing it to life. So congrats for doing this, and thanks for doing it even from a work from
Guy
home
just one-shots him.
It's awesome to see, and can't wait to get to play it later this year.
Thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure, and I think it's an exciting time for games, and I'm so glad that we could reintroduce Crash, a new version and a new adventure at this time.
I'm actually going to go rewatch the trailer just for the music later.
There you have it, Crash 4.